Namaste. Welcome to Marvel Minds Network. I'm Shivangi and today we are going to learn more about division. Now, if you were here with me last time, we had a great time with Bumby and his friends. The whole entourage of his friends kept on banging on his door, and how that sweet little Bumby shared all his cookies equally. So, since we are doing division, division is all about equal distribution. And we are today here to learn more about this equal distribution. Now, if you recall, last time we had talked about the division symbol and how we can divide every number, right? So today we are going to learn more about how to divide. Here you can see we have to divide 4 by 2. So how do we first of all say this question? This is 4 divided by 2. Okay, so 4 stars to be divided in 2 groups. Now not just 2 groups, it's 2 equal groups. I cannot divide it like this, that one group gets 1 and the other group gets 3. That is not equal division. So to divide properly, I have to divide it equally. So each group will have 2 stars. So 4 divided by 2 will be 2. That was pretty easy. So let's see if we can do some more questions like these. But before we move forward, I have something that I want to tell you. So we know how to divide, but what are all of these numbers called? Each number has a name. So first of all, since we are finding answers, what is our answer called? So here the answer is 2, but what is it called? It is called the quotient. So this is the quotient. What is this number that is being divided? So 4 is being divided. There were 4 stars. So that is the number we were dividing. So 4 here is the dividend. So here we have the dividend and 2 is our divisor. Now to be very honest with you, when I was in school, I always used to get confused between divisor and dividend. So I created my own funny, silly way of remembering it. What I did is the number that is being divided here, which is 4. So 4 is the number that we have to end, right? We are dividing it. So we are ending the number 4. So that is why it's called dividend. It has the word end in it. And the number that is dividing is the divisor. So if you remember what is dividend, you will automatically remember what is divisor. So these are the terms that we'll be using. You can devise your own ways of remembering things. I would suggest to think of something funny because funny things stay with us longer. So like for me, I'm ending the number, which is 4. So that's my dividend. So dividend, divisor and quotient. Let's go on and solve a few more questions so that we know that we are able to do these kind of questions easily. So my question here is 6 divided by 3. You should know how do we say these questions as well. So 6 divided by 3. 6 is the number that we have to end. So dividend, 6 is our dividend. So we have to divide 6 of these in 3 groups and 3 equal groups. So this is my first group, second group and third group. My quotient or answer is how many of these do I have in one group, in each group. So I have 2 of these in each group. So my quotient is 2. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Let us solve another question and see if you are able to do it. Next question is 8 divided by 4. So 8 of these bunnies to be divided in 4 equal groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 groups and they are divided equally. Now you might wonder, can I do the grouping in some other way? absolutely you can. You can group it in this way as well. Group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 4. The way you form groupings does not matter as long as each group has equal number of things. So we had to form 4 groups, and each of these groups here now has 2 bunnies. So 8 bunnies divided into 4 groups is 2 bunnies in each group. So our quotient is always the answer, which is how many are there in each group. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. Let's solve another question. Now here we have 10 divided by 2. Now every time we have a dividend, we cannot be drawing those things all the time, right? Every time I get a dividend which is bigger and bigger and bigger, now here 10 is a big number. Earlier we had 8, we had 6, and the number is increasing. So every time is not possible for me to draw things to divide, because that is going to make me slow down. First, let me show you how to solve this with drawing, and then let me give you another trick to solve it. So first, I have to make 10 of anything. So easiest is to draw a star. I'm going to draw stars. I'm going to draw 10 of them, and here we have 10 stars. Now I have to divide them in 2 equal groups, which I can clearly see. These are the 2 groups, 2 equal groups. Each group has 5. My quotient here is going to be 5. But how do I do this kind of question without having to draw this? Now if my question was, let's say 16 divided by 2, I will have to draw 16 things, and I don't want to do that. I want to avoid it. I want to reach the answer directly. So what will help you here is your times table. If you know your tables properly, it's going to be really easy for you. Now, since my divisor is 2, I will have the times table of 2. So this is the times table of 2. Why 2? Because 2 is my divisor. Now, what do I have to do? I have to find in the list of products for the number 2 if there is any answer, any product as 10, which I see there is. This 10 is the answer right here. 2 into 5 is 10. Now, my answer is going to be 5 straight away. Why? Because this is being multiplied by 5. What does it mean? It means I have 10 things which were divided in 2 groups, and each group has 5. So now, do you see that solving division questions is easier with the times table? Now, I have given you the times table right here to help you. But if you remember the times table, it is going to be really easy for you to quickly write the answer. If my question was 12 divided by 2, I know the times table. I know 2 into 6 is 12. So straight away my answer is 6. That's how quick it is going to be. You need to remember your times table to be able to divide quickly. Let me give you another question so that we are thorough with this. Okay, so my divisor has changed to 3. That is why I have the times table of 3. So it is going to be dependent on the divisor. Now where does 12 as a product come in the table of 3? It is right here. 3 into 4 is 12. So my answer is 4. The quotient is going to be 4. So if we have 12 things and those are to be divided equally in 3 groups, each group will have 4 of those. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. Like I said, it's going to be very easy if you remember your times table. Let me give you another question. Now this time you are going to pause the video right here and try this question on your own. For your help, you see that there's a times table already given to you, but I would suggest that you learn your times table, and this question will be very easy for you if you had to do it mentally. and that too without using the times table. So pause the video, write down your answer and resume it and check whether you got the correct answer or not. So my question here is 20 divided by 4. That is why we have the times table of 4, because 4 is my divisor. Where does 20 come in the table of 4? It is right here. 4 into 5 is 20. So 4 number is here, 20 is here, and 5 will be my answer. 5 is the quotient here. That was easy. I hope you've understood the concept behind it. Let me give you one more question. Remember, pause the video, solve the question. Once you have your answer, resume the video and recheck whether you've got the same answer. Another question. Now again, the divisor has changed. The divisor is 5. That is why I'm using the times table of 5. 45 divided by 5. Where does 45 lie in the table of 5? Right here, 9 times. So 9 will be my answer, which is the quotient. In division, we call the answer quotient. Just like in multiplication, we call the answer product. So 45 divided by 5 is 9. I hope you're getting the right answers as you're practicing and solving. Another question. Again, my divisor has changed. We have 6 as the divisor now. That is why we are using the times table of 6. Where does 48 lie in the table of 6? 8 times 6 into 8 is 48. So my answer, my quotient is going to be 8. You can also check by multiplying the quotient and the divisor. You can multiply it and check whether you get 48. You do 8 and 6. When you multiply them, you get 48. That's another trick. That's another trick. So another question for you. Now again, like I said, make sure you pause the video, solve it on your own and recheck your answer. 56 divided by 7. Where does 56 come in the table of 7? It is right here. 8 times. So my quotient is going to be 8. Another question for you. Alright. Now this is something strange. 85 divided by 5. In the table of 5, times table of 5, my last answer is 50. I do not know whether 85 lies in the table of 5 or not, because I've only learned the times table till 5 into 10. So to find out this, there's another way, that's long division, which we'll be talking about in the next video. So these kind of questions we'll be doing in the next video. If I had another question like this, 12 divided by 5, which should be in the times table of 5, but I see that there is no number 12. I have 10 and I have 15, but I don't have the number 12 in between, because 12 does not lie in the table of 5. Then how do we solve questions like these? So this also we will be learning in the next video. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and you'll get the notifications of my videos. Now I think we've learned enough for today. We've practiced enough and we can move on. So, I guess somebody here is not going to let us go before they say hi to us. So here is Bumbly back again, trying to meet his friends, and you know why he's here. He needs some help. He's here because again he got some work from his school and he's been here with you, and he knows that you can help him solve some questions. So would you like to help him? I know you would. And we are all very nice people who would like to help our friends. So here is Bumbly asking for help, and he wants you to solve these questions for him because he has to submit this to his school. So since we've just learned about division, I think we all can help him. And these are not many questions. It's just 12 questions. And I think we can use the times table to solve all of these questions. If you remember your times table, that's even better. Why don't you email them to me and I can forward them to Bumbly. He can learn something about it and he can finally do some submissions in school. So I'm sure we are all going to help him. So that's all for today, and I will be seeing you soon in the next video, learning about long division, learning about numbers that cannot be divided. So we will learn all of that in the next video. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and you will be getting the daily notifications of whenever the next video is posted. Till then, make sure you practice, make sure you do a few more questions, and I will see you in the next video. Happy learning!